Betties, I just got back from Generation Beauty and they had something new this year. They had something called early access. If you paid $40, well it was like $39 something, you were able to get into Generation Beauty 1 hour early each day. The show generally runs from 11 to 5 on Saturday and 11 to 3 on Sunday. Although it went a little longer on Sunday because we all got evacuated. But that's another story I'll tell you a little later because everyone wants to know about the early access probably. So the early access was actually totally 100% worth it. I almost don't want to say that because the next year everyone will get it and it won't be as awesome. But instead of having the 3,000 or 4,000 people, however many people, actually go in for it, only the people at early access got in at 10 a.m.
So early access is probably a great time to get in because there's people waiting. It's an hour before they can get in. That's how many people are waiting. So here I'm going up. Let's see how busy it is inside. I don't know anybody else who did early access, but I thought I'd just try it this time and see if it was worth it. And so if we're looking at that, I think it was. I'm hoping to get to a couple of the larger brands. Oh, so people did take advantage of it, but it's not that crazy. Here we are with early access.
So you pretty much everywhere walked up into line, although on day one, I must say Makeup Forever did have, more of a line than anywhere else. But one little hint, if you do early access, go to everywhere you can as quickly as you can. I mean, enjoy yourself, but the places that you think are gonna have big lines, usually the larger companies, etc., or people you hear are having a really great giveaway, go there, get those done, and then at about 2 minutes to 11 before they open the doors and everyone else can come in, then go to the big one like the Makeup Forever or the, what was the other one that had a really big line, like ColourPop or Smashbox. Smashbox was the other one. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm still tired from the whole thing. But so when you have early access, I'm not sure if it'll look exactly like this for you if you're not a creator. Since I belong to Ipsy, I do have this, extra little thing here that says Open Studio Member, and then I have this purple on it. I think everybody else might have had hot pink, I believe. And then mine was stamped early access. I saw some other people who their early access thing looked different, but this is just what mine looked like, so you could see that. If you are a creator, I would highly recommend that you bring your business cards. And then what I did, because my handwriting was horrible, is I went ahead and I slid my business card into the front of this, and that way, it was apparent. This is what my card looks like, that I was a creator, and that way when I went to talk to brands, to talk to the people in their marketing departments, etc., first off, I kind of had a stash of them in here so I could pull them out really easily and not dig into my bag for them. So a little hint about this. So one thing you'll want to know strategy-wise when you're going to Generation Beauty is they will put a little map into your lanyard so you can see where all the companies are. And this year they had one large tent area like they did the other years in LA, and they had a little side tent attached, and that's kind of your layout. And when you look here, note these go in alphabetical order. I never noticed this until San Francisco's Generation Beauty. So as you're looking for these little tabs to pull off, because what happens is you go into a booth and they might just be taking your little ticket and giving you a giveaway, or they might, have a little selfie station where you could take a picture, or they might have a photo booth, or they might have people, trying on, like Milani was putting their concealer on you and color matching you and then giving you a full size one. So every brand does a little bit differently. But generally when you get to the booth, you would then, like this one says Purlisse, I would go in there, I would hand this to them at some point in the process in their booth, and they would give me a giveaway or something for it. So I did not really get to a lot of the places because on day one, I ended up spending a lot of time kind of hanging out with some of my friends. It was super fun with Jen from Jen Loves Reviews, Sanders Kennedy.
Hey everybody, we're here at Gen Beauty, and look who's here! That's Sarah and Jen! Are you having fun?
Hi guys, how's it going? Hopefully you're spilling the tea and sipping it and doing all that good stuff. We're having fun here at Gen Beauty. It's amazing.
Jen just got here.
Erica from Beauty the Vlog.
Woohoo!
Yes.
We're having a good time, and it's crazy, crazy, crazy busy here.
Oh my gosh, Shawnee from Totally Makeup Junkie 101 was there. She's so nice. I've loved her forever. Another super cool thing that happened was I got to meet Tati, one of my favorite YouTubers, and then Jen, Shawnee, and I ended up in her video that she put out, her OMG Tuesday video. So cool. So I didn't go into as many booths, but I did hit a lot of them, you know, in the morning at the early access time before all those guys got there. And then on Sunday, I got in there, and then I was there at 10 o'clock, you know, was doing my thing, and at 11:30, all of a sudden, they said everyone had to evacuate.
In an abundance of caution due to the weather and what is going on with the wind, they have requested that we inspect the tent. So we are temporarily going to ask everyone to exit the tent. You will be held down in the parking garage area where you checked in. And once the...
Can you believe this?
Yeah.
Is this crazy?
Which was like a huge bummer because a lot of people hadn't even gotten in yet. It wasn't even completely full yet. And it was raining and windy, and they were worried about the tents.
This is absolutely nuts. They have it in these big tents, and because of the wind and the rain, I guess they're worried that something's going to happen with the tents. They say they're going to put us in a holding area until later on. Whoa, man, it's windy. I think my umbrella is like flying away. This is craziness. I guess we'll be heading a little earlier than I thought. I should text Jen and Erica real quick that they don't. So I'll be back with more. Hopefully they'll let everybody back in. That's only 11:30 in the morning. This only started really at 11 at early access, so I was in at 10. But yeah. Oh, here's a great view of where we are. It's like bucket blown away here. Anyhow, what a bummer.
Because it was really blowing. There was so much water coming down, and they had to get everyone out so the fire marshal could inspect it. And then about a couple hours later, everyone was able to go back in, but you had to go in line again. And they added something new this year. They had security, like where they checked your bag and you went through a metal detector just like you would go into a concert or a sports event or something. So that was the only thing that kind of probably slowed people down going back in. At that point, when I could tell that it wasn't going to be like, oh, you're out and boom, you go right back in, we had to go back to the Bay Area. And so people I knew didn't really even get in there till, you know, closer to 2 o'clock. So I ended up leaving at that point, but thank goodness I had early access because I had been able to spend an hour with virtually no lines talking to a lot of brands that I wanted to talk to. I had still had so much fun. It was totally worth going. So overall, I highly recommend going. It was super duper fun. You know, if you're a makeup junkie, you will love it. And oh, the things I got, it's just crazy because they were extremely generous. I mean, they're always generous, but I feel like it was even, you know, more generous than the San Francisco one. And that one was really, really, really good too. But I just want to let you know that if you do go, I would say that early access is worth it unless everybody starts to do early access now because, you know, it was so awesome to be able to have no lines for a full hour. And then in an hour, you could get to a lot because if you were just spending, you know, 5 or 10 minutes, you could get to, you know, probably 6 to 8 places in 1 hour. So those are my hints and tips about Generation Beauty. Highly recommend the early access. It's the best thing that I did. Seriously, the whole event was super fun. I had so much fun seeing my friends, seeing some of my subscribers. That was really neat. And just being around a bunch of beauty all day, learning from the brands, seeing the things that are coming out, super, super fun stuff. Highly recommend going. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a great day or evening wherever you are. Oh, I have to show you one thing though, really quickly. This is hysterical. This bag, look how big this bag is. This bag is like, I don't know, like 3 feet. This bag is like 3 feet across and 2 feet up. And this is for Bella and me. Oh my gosh, this is huge. So they were like giant walking billboards, these things, and everybody had them that went to that booth. It was hysterical. So anyway, I thought that was pretty funny, kind of cool.